two filmmakers up here. Wrote Half Dance while the other filmmaker gets here from the bathroom.
Oh, he didn't go off to the woods to...
Yeah, he's off in the woods going to that. Yeah, we're going to get started, though. We've got a party to get to and 10-15 minutes of questions. Why don't you quickly introduce yourself so that everyone knows who you are and the part you played or your role in doing the film, and maybe start with some of the shout-outs to it, because I know there's a lot of cast and crew here tonight.
I'm Livingston Snowden, co-writer. Here's Taylor. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate it. I don't want to thank everybody individually. I'll do that in the after party. But thanks to all the cast and crew for coming out and supporting us, and thank you for helping us make this movie.
Taylor, why don't you give us a little bit of history where it came from and how you started with a short film and it grew?
Yeah, our initial idea, I wanted to just do a 30s style monster movie, just like Dracula or Frankenstein, and we had that. I wanted to shoot it like in the style that they were. That it would have been scary at the time, but nowadays it's not. It's almost funny in a lot of ways. And Livingston and I talked about it, and we kind of developed it into like a short series. We're going to have 6 short films, and then we decided to make it just one feature film, with the present day being the main narrative, and then kind of going back at flashbacks for that one. So we have dozens of films that we use as inspiration. We watch so many movies, just to come up with different ideas. And there's, you know, if you're a horror movie buff, you probably noticed a lot of references that we gave to the ones. But it's just, it's been a long process for that to go down.
Yeah, well, give us just an idea of how long the process was.
We started writing it about 2 years ago, just the idea of it, and we shot it like short films, in that a lot of them, you know, the actors didn't cross over quite as much, so they could kind of be standalone. So we shot, you know, the different seasons and stuff. We shot starting in January of last year and then ended in March of this year. It wasn't like
It didn't take that long.
No, but it worked really well, and just, yeah, the shooting schedule was pretty ridiculous, and there'd be days, especially in the winter. Livingston's from Georgia, so he's not used to the outside. And just the very last thing that we shot was his very first scene, and we got done at about 6 in the morning, so that was a pretty long day.
Good. Give some props to your special effects people and some of that stuff.
Yeah, first off, I got to thank my parents for letting us shoot in their backyard. We shot in Anoka on the Rum River, so that's the Solitude River, is the Rum River there. And it was great to have that location because you can shoot in almost any direction and just see trees, but if you want to, you can go right inside and eat, and my mom made a lot of craft services for that. Darla, where is Darla? She's up there. She did all the you'll hear a lot of great things from her in the future, I'm sure. Is Sherry here? I didn't see her yet. She helped a lot with, I can't even see her.
She's
here.
Oh, there she is. She helped a lot with wardrobe and props, because we shot in, 6 different time periods, so it's hard to find wardrobes for all that kind of stuff, but she did a great job with that. Ben Anke, I don't know where he's at right now. He's here. Up there.
Ben!
He's our director of photography, and we approached each segment obviously very differently. So that was, it was like shooting 6 films for him, and he had his acting debut as well. So.
Great. Anything to add?
Yeah, thanks, Olsen family. I come up here, they gave me a room, they gave me food, so I appreciate the hospitality. Yeah, I mean, and of course, thank you to everybody. I already said that, so.
Good. Let's take this time then to open it up for a few questions for either of them. Yes, right here, Charles.
How did the two of you come together?
We actually met at film school back in 2011, or 9, yeah. 2009, Full Sail University. We went to the film school in Orlando there.
Yeah. Good. Any other questions? Yes, back here.
You said that it was 6 films and then you pushed them into one. So because time is a really big factor in Solitude. Is there an underlying like special theme to time? Time is going back into all the decades.
I mean, one of the things I want to do is almost make like a tribute to all of horror films, just how it started, just kind of show like almost like a history timeline of just horror films. So not even just the main story in our film, but just in the style of everything. I wanted to show that this is how horror films began. So if you watch The 30 Seconds by itself, it's pretty tame compared to what you see later on, and so you might almost become, I don't know if it's a word, but like undesensitized, like, oh, is this what I'm going to expect for the rest of it? And then suddenly everything else happens, and it's not at all what you expect when you're watching the beginning. So I look at it as kind of a history lesson in a way. That was one of our intents with this.
Anthology sort of. Yes, questions?
Who's the big guy that you get to put in a suit?
Who's the big guy in
Noah.
the suit?
Noah, stand up.
Any other questions? Yes, Jason.
Is it inspired by an actual myth? The myth that
Well, we dived into a few things. I mean, we looked at some of the Indian history, and there was a few monsters, but we didn't base it off of anything in particular. I mean, we basically created the background, the history of it, and went with it.
How did you come up with the idea of the monster and what he looked like, and then who brought it to life? Because I thought that they did an incredible job.
When we first wrote the story, we really didn't have any, concept art of it until after we were done with the script, and we kind of figured like he's wooded, he's from the woods, so let's make him into like a tree-like creature. So I started drawing it out. I did the concept art, and then Darla brought it to life. And then of course the final touches came from our editor, with the Jeremy, or yeah. What name is that? But yeah, and all together, we created the feature.
Yes, over here.
How'd you come up with the title?
Actually, it was yeah.
We originally called it Solace, but then there's an Anthony Hopkins movie coming out called Solace, and I just didn't want anything like that. I wanted to have a word that was, the opposite of what it really is. Kind of solitude is just like supposed to be, it sounds like a peaceful little town maybe somewhere, and it's just not. They have this secret on this land, and so that was kind of the title, just to be misleading on what the city's really like, or the town's really like.
Last question. Anyone? Okay.
So, any hopes for a sequel?
That was my question. All right. Sequel?
With Livingston and I are writing ideas and throwing things around all the time. We've written we have some ideas that we want to do eventually. I don't know if I want to do a sequel as the next film that we do, because I don't want to just make a bunch of Solitude movies or something. But maybe someday. I'm not ruling it out. Obviously, we have to kind of open ended for something to happen. So.
That being said, what else are you working on?
As you said, we're writing on scripts. We have ideas. We don't have anything concrete as of yet. Follow us, and we'll be sure to announce anything that we have upcoming. But yes, right now it's just all writing.
If you go to our IMDb page for Solitude, I think after today you'll be able to rate it. So if you really liked it, rate it 10 stars. If you didn't, rate it 10 stars. So it'd be great. And if you really like the film, share it on our Facebook page, we've got a website. It's just, all the information was just solitudefeaturefilm.com. You can find all the links from there.
Twitter?
Sorry?
Are you on Twitter?
Yes, I'm at Taylor S. Olson.
I'm at Livingston Odin.
One more round of applause for our filmmaker.